Construction complete.
Hey everybody, so this is going to be Yuri's Revenge game on,
New construction option.
and this is like a water map with bridges.
Established. Unit ready.
Now while we're scouting, I just want to talk about a little strategy for this map. This is one of the more complicated maps in the game. It's complicated because it's like you don't know how much army and how much navy to make, because like you'll see, and like how much should you fill up the buildings too. Should you make like 10 conscripts, 5, or just 2? So it's a little tricky. So I make about like 5, and I just make them go over. Since the conscripts are only $100, it's a little easier. You just want to carry us in the build, not really fill it to the top. But allies, they cost 200, so it's a little bit like, oh, you don't want, you want to be like not save, you want to save money basically early game. So flag track is actually the scout, not the NG rush usually. You can put an NG in there and NG rush while you're scouting, but usually I don't do that, I guess.
Training. Waiting orders. Unit lost.
See, now dogs aren't going to be able to make it past. So for this map, if you start one in the Navy, I think you got to make all subs. And if they have air, you want to like shoot them down with flag tracks. And if
Insufficient funds.
And if they make like too many ships, you gotta basically just make all subs. If you start making dreadnoughts and sea scorpions, you're gonna like basically lose the water. And then when you start to win the water, if you do with Soviet, then you gotta stop making them. That's like the strategy for this map. Because you're gonna spend all your money on Navy, then they could just basically block the Navy, and then just like come in with the chronosphere. They could chronosphere battle fortresses on this map, which is really dangerous. They could chronosphere. They could just make a whole bunch of grizzly tanks. Believe it or not, you think you wouldn't want to make a lot of grizzly tanks for this map, but you could do it. And then you just like, when everything's said and done, the grizzly tanks are coming at the end and just kill all your base and kill all your units. Okay. Oh, we got a conscript in there. We got in, huh? Shoot at the. And moving your base there, I think, is the best, because I did it where I moved my base just a little bit to the second patch, not to the, like the middle of the map. And here you could kind of try to tank rush them if you want, but it gets tricky because if you have a strong tank rush going, he could garrison all the buildings. He could paradrop them. He could make Guardian Giant IFVs, and then he could. When he gets to an airport, he can make a seal and blow up all the bridges in this camp. And then you're going to have all these rhino tanks that are useless. And the rhino tanks that are useless, then he's just going to make aircraft carriers and kill you. And notice there's not a lot of money. There's enough money for the beginning of the game, you're good for a while. But eventually, it gets to the point where it's not a lot of money. I noticed that he could power drop over there when I'm not looking, because it's out of my sight. So that's one of the major ways to really make a mistake with Soviet, is not seeing a power drop and letting them blow up your buildings, which is, you know, same thing. It's been the same thing for years, but like for this map especially. So this time, my build order is going to be not too complex, but where I want to make my battle lab, my iron curtain, and my nuclear power plant near each other. So if he comes here, I can force shield. He comes in with a CEO Tanya, or if he corner sphered like prisms or battle fortresses, I could shield the lab, the iron curtain, and nuclear missile all at the same time. But here I have enough tanks. I think I have more tanks than him. I mean, they're like, I got more value in tanks than him at least. So he's gonna sell that. Okay, this is seal. Obviously, don't let the seal like get into my base. So you want to save money early game, but then this is a map where you want to consider making industrial plant. So is he gonna try to rush? Nope. Okay, there's the battle lab. So I got the battle lab, but wait, is that the first battle lab? That seems a little bit late from him. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Because he moved his MCV, so this guy knows what he's doing. So I had some games where the battle fortresses on this map could just get into my base and just kill everything. Sometimes they have GIs, sometimes Guardian GIs, one or the other, or a mix of both. And then sometimes, like I actually think don't think making planes is a good idea, because for planes you could put that into Navy. You got to spend your money wisely. But I do think making an ore purifier and industrial plant is good for this map. And I am not letting them get into that building. You gotta really watch the So I have iron curtain, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to use the iron curtain. So actually, you know what? I really think I should plan this map even better because I have like a little bit of a strategy, but like I feel like my first Iron Curtain's not really like getting to it. He's breaking the bridges every time. So what I usually end up doing is making siege choppers because I can make 2, 3, 4 siege choppers, land them in his base,
Insufficient funds.
and then the siege choppers are gonna do stuff. And my miners are distance mining a little bit. Oh, what the heck are my miners doing right there?
Repairing.
So he wants to corner sphere me into the water, or he wants to corner sphere me with either battle fortresses or prism. Usually battle fortresses for this map, because he could just pair drop his own base. But usually on this map, so watch what I do here. I actually should have Iron Curtain right before he hit both of them. Since I'm not using Iron Curtain,
Warning.
I actually did that, but that's kind of really a waste because I was like, there's no way I'm going to use him on tanks. But I just chased him away. If he would have stayed, I would have killed all 3 ships and 2 dolphins or whatever it was.
Construction complete. New rally.
So you got a lot of tanks over there. But this is tricky. How do you really attack if you could just keep blowing up the bridge? So battle fortresses are good, but apocalypse tanks are kind of good because when he crosses the bridge,
Building.
you could use it with desolators. Desolators will kill the mirage, and
Repairing.
apocalypse will just kill anything because like
Established.
there's gonna be a low amount of units.
Unit ready.
So industrial plant good. So I don't really need a second war factory or navy port. I don't think. I could make one if I want to,
Unit
and just sell it later, or just have it up for when he blows stuff up. I have a second one. So he's making a lot of. Notice how I'm healing my ships, which is smart because.
Unit ready. Unit
Oof.
lost.
Oh look, they got elite planes in there. So like I'm targeting them. And I think there's some dolphins mixed in there, so I desolate it. And I think the desolator does more to the ships than to my submarines. The destroyer ships. A little bit more, but the destroyer ships do have armor, so the desolator doesn't hurt them a whole lot. Okay, so I want to Iron Curtain, and I want to go Iron Curtain him and blow up his MCV and his tanks. But I cannot get into his base. I notice he has an IFV with a seal in it.
Ready.
Sometimes you use Tanya's too. And Seal and Tanya is like a pretty similar unit, by the way. So like he's gonna, if I cross the bridge, it might even be waypoint away. All he has to do is deploy the IFV, and then it blows up the bridge.
Construction complete.
And if I go to the bridge on the left, he's just gonna move it over there and then just manually blow up the bridge.
Warning. Chronosphere active.
And he actually got a big hit on me. I just, ugh, not good.
Pipeline ready.
So I have a second flag cannon on hold. I wanna use it when I need it.
Nuclear missile.
And I gotta save money. So the best thing to nuke right here is where the most value is, and that looks like the Battle Avenue
Warning.
and a war
Nuclear
factory.
missile launched.
And I wanna go in or after I nuke.
On hold. Cancel.
And I'm not sure if that one has Guardian GIs in it. If it has Guardian GIs in it, I can't go near the battle fortress. We're gonna know in a minute.
Select target.
And he knows how to kite, even though he has like only like 1 or 2 IFVs.
Unit
He
ready.
could like maneuver them. So I gotta keep healing.
Unit ready. Repairing. Building.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get through. Oh, you could just let him come to you and do that, but that's not usually doesn't work. But a lot of games on this map board is like the battle fortress, you want elite, and then they cross the bridge. Or another thing, like I said, Chronosphere, the battle fortresses. Oh yeah. Sea choppers didn't spin that time. Sometimes they spin when you attack with them.
Unit lost.
I don't know why they don't do it anymore. I kill that seal. I could actually cross the bridge if I kill that seal.
Unit ready.
But sometimes they might hide a Navy SEAL inside the battle fortress, and then you think you're crossing the bridge, and then they get out of the battle fortress and blow it up, and
Ready.
you got 10 to 15 tanks falling in the water.
Building.
So I'm not letting him get aircraft carriers, which is good, and I got more subs than he has destroyers. So I basically had the water run. So now it's actually safe to make a dreadnought now.
Primary building.
And killing those grizzly tanks is actually more important than you think, even though you're thinking, oh, ooh, there you go, there you go. There's a battle right there.
Unit
I can shoot the domes with the dreadnought.
warning.
Oh, he just cornerspeared him on the land. It's got. I think destroyers are actually better with subs. Okay, so he's backed off. I actually got him a little bit. Wait, he's not bringing the destroyers in quite yet. So now he's got. See, the seal is inside that thing, and he's gonna keep blowing it up. Now he sees. See, look, I got an engineer right there. I'm gonna cross and make the Iron Curtain, but he's like right in front of it. I can't even get him with drones, and drones are real fast. So it's like, what am I supposed? How am I supposed to win this game? Okay, now he repaired it himself. He repaired it, and then he thinks I'm gonna run. Oh, thanks for the free repair. And then he thinks I was gonna run, and then I didn't. I waited a second. I was like, I see the seal.
Nuclear missile ready.
Okay, now it's best to nuke the same spot maybe again, because you got another war factory and another lab in the same place that he put it last time. You could get the airport, but I'm getting like,
Building.
yeah, I should heal that one. And see, making a Sea Scorpion is actually a little risky on this map because it's expensive. So like, yeah.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
Okay, he got me. That's how you mess up with Soviet. I lost my industrial plant.
Unit ready.
All I lost was my industrial plant. It would have been a lot worse if I would have lost the super weapon.
Unit ready.
But that cost me money. Make it, and there's not a lot of money. See, when you get this far into the game. Okay, I don't know where he was lightning storming.
Unit lost.
Oh, he got some stuff. Sometimes when I made the resolution big, I couldn't tell where they were lightning storming because you used to be able to. With lower resolution, it seems like you could do more stuff. Then you could like see certain stuff or hear certain stuff. It's weird. Now it's like I don't know where the storming and where the nuking when the resolution's a little bigger in 2180 or whatever the hell it is. So I could kill those in the water maybe. You see something I have like where I could see units behind buildings with the one side in. Okay, I got enough. Okay, here we go, here we go. Oh, I should have. Okay, made a mistake. I should have. Oh, those are just GIs. He only sent 20 over because there's not a lot of money on this map anymore. Okay. Oh, my dreadnought's doing damage. I got enough subs to support my dreadnought. You really need one dreadnought on this map, and then to spend much rest of your money on other stuff. But this grizzly tank still could be dangerous to me. Let's see. He doesn't have a lot of air defense right in the air. Oh, look, he's got an Aegis cruiser, but I'm not gonna go near. I'm gonna like kind of fly around it. Okay, he does a battle fortress. I'm assuming there's guarding GIs in there.
Warning. Iron curtain
Oh,
activated.
okay, the wrong thing.
Repairing.
Let's get what I can. And even killing these power plants is super helpful. He didn't move his MCV. So if I get him low power, he might not be. He might hit a soul. It really puts him. If he has no MCV and he goes low power for allies, 2 super weapons, he has a huge electric demand. So now he's like, oh, I gotta attack now because I'm losing it. He's getting his ass kicked in the water and in the air.
Building.
Now he's gonna attack on land. But apocalypse tanks can take these. It's just he doesn't have a super lot of dogs to worry about.
Warning.
Got the nuke off. Sentry gun. You actually need a sentry gun. Beat that battle fortress is pretty tough. He doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver around with the battle fortress, so it's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's about to be a good game right there. He had to attack because he was losing in the water so badly. Just the one dreadnought is all you really need, and the subs winning. So like I said, when you start to win in the water, stop making subs, and then like do other stuff. But if you lose in the water, you got a lot of problems. Siege choppers. I mean, you could tank rush and make a whole bunch of tanks, but when he gets the seal up, it kind of just like can mess you up. But you still could tank rush on this map, but I guess you gotta do it early. You could just go straight tanks, but it's hard. It might not work. So you lead apocalypse tanks, and he's gonna quit. There's nothing you can do now. All right, thanks for watching.